On the news tonight, Kogi government orders arrest of persons, businesses rejecting old naira note. Supreme Court sacks Sheikh Karau as senator-elect. NBC vows to shut broadcast stations airing programs detrimental to the nation. FG ordered probes of Lagos train bus crash as Lasema fault driver. INEC poll postponement may affect commencement of 2023 census. And moving on, Kaduna Goba McCarthy raises alarm over plan to arrest 80 PDP members. To foreign story, Mali junta postpones constitutional referendum. And on sport, Flying Eagles trash Tunisia 4-0 to claim third place position. You are watching the world news coming from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. And on this channel, the Apex, the Old Naira North, a statement by Commissioner for Information Kingsley Fanwo congratulating Nigerians on the historic ruling of the Supreme Court. The Apex Court last week ruled that both Old Naira notes and New Naira note remain legal tender, but the Old Naira note remain legal tender until December 31st, 2023. Fanwo explained that the Yaya Bello administration joined other states to pursue the case to seize and ease the hardship occasioned by the unavailability of the cash. He said it was unacceptable that some persons and businesses continue to reject the old notes even after the court validated their use. Rejecting the old Naira note is a clear disobedience of the Supreme Court ruling, the commissioner stressed. Moving on to the next story. The Supreme Court on Friday sacked Senator Ibrahim Sheikh Karau as the candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party and recognized Senator Rufai Anga as the party's candidate for the 2023 general elections. The Punch report that Sheikh Karau was declared the winner of the 2023 Kano Central Senatorial District election under NNPP. Sheikh Karau, a sitting senator, was in the NNPP, and was nominated for VAR for the senatorial position under its platform. However, before the elections, he announced his defection from the party to abandon his senatorial ambition to join PDP. But the Independent National Electoral Commission later insisted that it is still recognized as the legitimate NNPP candidate, even though the party replaced him with Anga. Sheikh Karau, who is going to the Red Chamber for the second time, was declared by the returning officer of the senatorial district, Professor Tijani Dama. According to INEC, Sheikh Karau polled 465,787 votes to defeat All Progressive Congress, Alhaji Abdul Karim Zawra, who polled 168,677 votes. However, the Supreme Court on Friday affirmed the nomination of Anga as the NNPP's authentic candidate. Going on to the next story. The National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, has vowed to shut down broadcast stations whose activities can undermine peaceful coexistence. Its spokesman, Mr. Ekene Antia, stated he's in Abuja on Friday that NBC Director General Malem Balarabe Ilela gave the warning at a meeting with broadcast stations on the coverage of the February 25th presidential and National Assembly elections. The NBC is giving its last warning to broadcast station and will not hesitate to shut or revoke the license of any when convinced that its activities are capable of undermining the peaceful coexistence of the country. Any further breaches of the Nigerian Broadcasting Code and Act will no longer be tolerated, he warned. He said the commission monitored the coverage of the elections by some broadcast stations and noted how they availed unpatriotic individuals their platforms to make subversive, hateful, and inciting utterances, particularly post-election. Antia also stated that Ilela commended the media for their efforts in ensuring peaceful pre-election coverage, especially for their selfless service to keeping the citizens informed. Going on to the next story. The federal government has ordered an investigation into the fatal train bus Lagos bus accident that occurred on Thursday at PWD in Ikeja, Lagos State, which killed 8 people and injured 96 others. The FG has directed the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau to launch an immediate investigation into the root cause of the collision between the train and a staff bus. New Telegraph had earlier reported that a few minutes before 8 a.m. on Thursday, a passenger train collided with a fully loaded staff bus belonging to the Lagos State government at the PWD rail crossing off the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. The ill-fated bus, with registration number 04A48LA, was navigating its way to connect the government residential area Ikeja en route to the State Secretariat Alausa when it collided with a train at the PWD toll crossing. The staff bus was said to be coming from Isolo, while the train was heading to Ido from Ijoko, Ogun State.
An active scene of the deadly accident of Thursday morning. A train traveling on the narrow gauge on this corridor rammed into the staff bus of the Lagos State government, leaving 6 people dead. Many others were injured. Officials cleared the scene, moving the damaged bus off the rail track. No clear signaling system in sight, but the man entrusted with the responsibility of avoiding such collision says he did his best to stop the bus driver.
Before train reach this market, we must make sure that we stop all the time.
Yeah.
But this one is just confidently.
It just
came out of that we want to overtake. That is.
So that means other people don't stop.
Other people don't stop.
Other people don't stop.
You
just want to overtake and then turn around. Thank you. Well done. Eyewitnesses also corroborate his account.
There was a shuttle bus that passed before the BRC, because that was what he saw before he crossed. Before he wanted, it was like, because the train was not very close to them. She wasn't very close, so it was like somewhere here, and he was there. So he felt maybe he could maneuver before the train could come close.
I saw the train and the bus. So a lot of people is inside the bus. There's no people to rescue them out. So instantly I saw all those things. So I feel pain. So I rushed inside the bus. So I started packing people and rescuing them inside the bus, outside.
The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party visits the scene to sympathize with the victim.
For us, I think that it's about time we begin to have a barrier whenever these trains come in, a barrier that would ensure that you don't even have access to cross. In about 2-3 kilometers to that time, we put a stop to every vehicular movement around it.
The scene is still busy amid the usual vehicular traffic on that corridor. You observe and caught on camera how crossings are managed at this particular intersection. As emergency management officials clear the scene here in the Ikeja area of Lagos, more questions are being asked on the issue of safety.
Welcome back. The commencement of the 2023 National Housing and Population Census, earlier slated for March 29th, is likely to be affected by the postponement of the governorship and state assembly elections. This is according to the chairman of the National Population Commission, Mr. Nasir Kwara, who was speaking at a meeting with a resident representative of the United Nations Population Fund in Abuja. The state elections, which were earlier scheduled to hold on March 11th, have now been scheduled for March 18th by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Although no specific date is fixed for the commencement of the exercise, Mr. Kwara told reporters that he will consult President Muhammadu Buhari for a suitable date for the national census. On our path, the resident representative of the United Nations Population Fund, Ms. Ula Mula, pledged the support of UNFPA in ensuring the success of the exercise in Nigeria, while reiterating the significance of the exercise to the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goal. Mula explained that the conduct of post-enumeration survey will also give credibility to the census. In support of the post-enumeration survey, the UNFPA represented 16 high-capacity computers for the conduct of the post-enumeration survey. Going on to Kaduna State. As anxiety deepens following the arrest of 3 officials of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), the former governor of Kaduna State, Senator Ahmed Makarfi, has hinted over an alleged plan to arrest and detain 80 members of the party from participating in the forthcoming governorship and state House of Assembly elections. Makarfi dropped this hint on Thursday at the heels of the arrest of 3 top PDP members in the state by security operatives over alleged inciting statements earlier in the week. Makarfi, who is the former chairman of the PDP National Caretaker Committee, in an interview in Kaduna on Thursday, further alleged that PDP is in possession of the list of those penciled down for the arrest before the governorship and state, House of Assembly elections scheduled for March 18, 2023. The former governor said those penciled down for arrest were drawn from Kudan, Sanga, Igabi, Lere, Kachia, Jaba, and Kaduna North local government area of the state, which are believed to be PDP strongholds. And to foreign story, Mali's ruling junta will postpone a constitutional referendum but maintain a previously agreed timeline to return to civil rule, a government spokesperson said in a statement read to press on Friday. The transitional government informs national and international opinion that the date of the referendum scheduled for March 19, 2023 will be slightly postponed, Abdullah Imega said. The referendum is a milestone on the road to elections promised for February 2024. The junta said it would force install subdivisions of the election management body in all regions of the country. It is also said it was wanted to familiarize the public with the constitutional draft before holding the vote. And ending the world news this hour is a smile from the sport angle as the Flying Eagles of Nigeria defeated Tunisia 4-0. The Flying Eagles of Nigeria hammered Tunisia 4-0 to finish third at this year's CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. The last time the Flying Eagles finished third at the Under-20 AFCON was in 2013. A brace from Jude Sunday and a goal each from Ibrahim Mohammed and Ahmed Abdullahi earned the Flying Eagles their biggest win in the tournament. Mohammed broke the deadlock in the 9th minute after bowling in captain Daniel Bamey's cross. Abdullahi went close to doubling the lead in the 20th minute, but saw his low shots well saved. Tunisia had the ball in the back of the net only for it was to be disallowed for offside. The Flying Eagles got the second half off to a perfect start as Abdullahi got the second goal on 46th minute. Abdullahi robbed a Tunisian off the ball, raced towards goal before shooting past the goalkeeper. Just 3 minutes after Abdullahi's goal, Sunday added a third with a brilliant solo dribble into the Tunisian box before volleying into the net. With 8 minutes left, Olamilekan Adams ran on to a through pass only to hit his shot in the side netting. Tunisia almost pulled the goal back with 5 minutes left to play, only for Chijoke Aniagaso to deny them with a superb save. And in the 90th minute, Sunday wrapped things up for the Flying Eagles to making it 4-0 after cutting inside from the left before volleying into the roof of the net. Meanwhile, final will be contested between Senegal and Gambia on Saturday, 11th March. Before we call it a wrap, some headlines, I beg your pardon. Kogi government orders arrest of persons, businesses rejecting old naira notes. Supreme Court sacks Shekarau as senator-elect. NBC vows to shut broadcast station airing programs detrimental to the coexistence of the country. Finally, on sport, Flying Eagles trashed Tunisia 4-0 to claim third place. For more updates on social media, especially on YouTube, the handle is BGI TV Current. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagide_22, and for advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen for advert placements only. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. Good evening.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city